Do not believe in luck, believe in hard work. Good morning everyone and welcome to the online class. Today let us study how to do numerical problems of exercise 2A and 2B. In the first video we have discussed about vector quantities, and in the previous video we have studied about the graphical representation of those vector quantities. To be frank, to understand graphical representation, you must know the basic knowledge about graphs in mathematics. It is not necessary to be masters in it. Just basics like what is x-axis and what is y-axis, how to plot a graph, where to place the values, etc. This chapter is purely numerical oriented or diagrammatic questions oriented chapter, and this chapter is very important. Once you understand this chapter, it is very easy to score marks. So please watch the class properly and be serious about the class. Please do remember certain guidelines while doing numericals. Always follow the systems of units. We have already studied about systems of unit, that is SI system and CG system, in the first chapter. While doing any numericals, always we have to follow this. Read the questions properly or read more than once. Write down all the values given in the question. Then identify the formula to be applied. Then substitute given values in the formula. Then do proper calculation, and finally write down answer with its proper unit. Students, numericals of exercise 2A are very easy. So first let us discuss important formulas of exercise 2A. In exercise 2A, one of the important questions to be asked is to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second or meter per second to kilometer per hour. It is very easy. If you want to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second, just multiply the given value with 5 by 18. You will get the answer. And if you want to convert meter per second to kilometer per hour, just multiply the given value with 18 by 5 and you will get the answer. For example, let us look at the question number 1 and question number 2 of exercise 2A. Question number 1. Convert 72 km per hour in meter per second. As we have already studied, 1 km per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. So 72 km per hour is equal to 72 multiplied by 5 by 18, which is equal to 20 meter per second. And question number 2, convert 15 meter per second in kilometer per hour. As we have already studied, 1 meter per second is equal to 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. So 15 multiplied by 18 by 5, which is equal to 54 kilometer per hour. I hope you have understood it. Now let us discuss some other formulas of exercise 2A. Number 1. Speed is equal to distance divided by time, or velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. Then second formula, average speed or average velocity is equal to total distance or total displacement divided by time. Please do remember, if the quantity is a vector quantity, then please remember to write the direction in it. Number 3. Acceleration or retardation is equal to change in velocity divided by time. If speed decreases with time, it will be retardation. So calculate using the formula acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time, that is equal to v minus u divided by t, where v is final velocity and u is initial velocity. and answer you will get as negative. And retardation is equal to minus multiplied by acceleration with its proper symbol. Please be attentive. Retardation is equal to minus multiplied by acceleration with its symbol as negative. So you will get retardation as a positive. Minus into minus, it will become plus. Okay, now let us do some tough numericals of exercise 2A. Let us do question number 7 of exercise 2A. Question number 7. A train takes 2 hours to reach station B from station A and then 3 hours to return from station B to station A. Distance between two stations is 200 km. Find number 1 average speed and number 2 the average velocity of the train. So as we know, formula for average speed is equal to total distance divided by total time. And here total distance is 200 plus 200. The first 200 is from A to B and the second 200 is from B to A, divided by total time, that is equal to 2 hours plus 3 hours. So which is equal to 400 divided by 5, that is equal to 80 km per hour. And the second part, the average velocity. Average velocity is equal to total displacement divided by total time. Please give attention. Train starts from A and finally coming back to A. Initial point and final point is same. So displacement is equal to 0. So average velocity is equal to total displacement divided by total time, that is equal to 0 divided by total time, which is equal to 0. Now let us do question number 11 of exercise 2A. Question number 11. A body is moving vertically upwards. Its velocity changes at a constant rate from 50 meter per second to 20 meter per second in 3 seconds. What is its acceleration? First, let us write down the values that is given in the question. Here, initial velocity u is equal to 50 meter per second and final velocity v is equal to 20 meter per second. And time is given as 3 seconds. We know the formula for acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time, v minus u divided by t. So substituting the values, 20 minus 50 divided by 3, which is equal to minus 30 divided by 3, which is equal to minus 10 meter per second square. We know a negative answer for acceleration means it is retardation. So retardation is equal to minus 10 meter per second square, which is equal to 10 meter per second square. Now let us do question number 14 of exercise 2A. Question number 14. A car is moving with a velocity of 20 meter per second. The brakes are applied to retard it at a rate of 2 meter per second square. What will be the velocity after 5 seconds of applying the brakes? Here in the question, initial velocity is given as u is equal to 20 meter per second and retardation is equal to 2 meter per second square. So acceleration is equal to minus 2 meter per second square. Time is given as 5 seconds. We know the formula for acceleration. Acceleration is equal to v minus u divided by t. And v minus u is equal to at. And we will get the formula for v is equal to at plus u. Now let us substitute all the values. V is equal to minus 2 into 5 plus 20, which is equal to minus 10 plus 20, that is equal to 10 meter per second. That was very easy, right? Now let us do question number 16 of exercise 2A. Question number 16. A car is moving in a straight line with a speed 18 km per hour. It is stopped in 5 seconds by applying the brakes. Find number 1, the speed of the car in meter per second. So as we have already studied, converting kilometer per hour to meter per second, we have to multiply with 5 by 18. As we know, 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. So 18 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 multiplied by 18, which is equal to 5 meter per second. Now we have to find retardation. Let us write down the values that is given in the question. Initial velocity u is equal to 5 meter per second. We write in SI unit meter per second because time is given in seconds. Final velocity is equal to 0 meter per second because in question it is given as stopped in 5 seconds. When it stops, its velocity becomes 0 and time is given as 5 seconds. Now we have to find retardation. For finding retardation, let us substitute in the formula A acceleration is equal to V minus U divided by T. Substituting the values, A is equal to 0 minus 5 divided by 5 and which is equal to minus 5 divided by 5 which is equal to minus 1 meter per second square. As acceleration is equal to minus 1 meter per second square, retardation is equal to minus multiplied by minus 1 which is equal to 1 meter per second square. Now the third part, speed of car after 2 seconds of applying brakes. First let us write the given values. Initial velocity u is equal to 5 meter per second. Acceleration we have already found out, minus 1 meter per second square. Time in this part is given as 2 seconds. We have to find final velocity. So in the formula, acceleration is equal to V minus U divided by T. Changing the subject to V, V is equal to AT plus U, and substituting the values, we will get V is equal to minus 1 into 2 plus 5. Minus 1 into 2 is minus 2 plus 5 which is equal to 3 meter per second. Now let us discuss about exercise 2B. All the students, please listen carefully. This part, that is 2B, is purely graphical. Numerical questions are almost similar to that of exercise 2A, but with graph. So very important, you have to solve this part as a graphical question. That means, if distance or displacement time graph is given and asked to find velocity, how will you do? You may do it using the formula velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. But if you apply this formula, you will get correct answer, but you will not get any marks. Confused? Then how to do it? I have explained all those things in the previous class. I know many took it so light, did not watch the class properly, so you did not understand. Okay, I will tell you a summary of that class. There are 3 types of graphs. Number 1, displacement time graph. Number 2, velocity time graph. And number 3, acceleration time graph. We can find certain things from these 3 graphs. Those are, from displacement time graph, we can find velocity by finding slope. Now, how to find slope? You will study about it while doing exercise questions. So, if velocity is asked, don't use the formula displacement divided by time here in this graphical part, but you have to find velocity by finding the slope. Secondly, there will be question asking at a particular time how much distance is covered. Just look in the graph and find it out. Now from the second type of graph, that is from velocity time graph, we can find 2 things. Number 1, displacement or distance, that we have to find by finding the area of a particular graph. Secondly, we can find from velocity time graph acceleration. How to find acceleration? By finding the slope of the graph. Now third type of graph is acceleration time graph. From acceleration time graph, we can find change in velocity by finding the area of a particular graph. So these are the three graphs. Displacement time graph, we can find velocity by finding slope. Velocity time graph, we can find two things. One is displacement by finding area and acceleration by finding slope. And the third graph is acceleration time graph. We can find change in velocity by finding the area of a particular graph. Listen, there are certain places where we need to apply formula 2, which is there in exercise 2a, like finding average speed, average velocity, etc. We have to use the formula average speed or average velocity is equal to total distance or total displacement divided by time. Okay, now let us discuss question number 1 of exercise 2b. Please listen. From this question you will understand how to find slope from a graph. Question number 1. Figure shows the displacement time graph for the motion of a body. Use it to calculate the velocity of body at a time 1 second, 2 seconds and 3 seconds. Then draw the velocity time graph for it. We know from a displacement time graph to find velocity, we need to find slope of the graph. First, let us find velocity at a time 1 second. Please look in the graph and mark a point on the line of graph just above time 1 second, as you can see now. Now extend the lines from the point to x-axis and to the y-axis. Please note here initial point we have taken as 0. Now slope is equal to change in value of y-axis divided by change in the values of x-axis. Please note on y-axis the values are 2 and 0 and on x-axis the values are 1 and 0. So slope is equal to 2 minus 0 divided by 1 minus 0, which is equal to 2 divided by 1, and that is equal to 2 meter per second. So velocity at a time 1 second is equal to 2 meter per second. Now same way we have to find velocity at 2 seconds. Similarly, mark a point on the line above time 2 seconds, as you can see now. Initial point we can take either 0 or 1. For our easy calculation, let us take 0. Now extend lines from the point to y-axis and to the x-axis. So slope is equal to change in the values of y-axis divided by change in the values of x-axis, which is equal to 4 minus 0 divided by 2 minus 0, that is equal to 4 divided by 2, that is equal to 2 meter per second. So at a time 2 seconds, velocity is equal to 2 meter per second. If you take initial point as 1 for the above calculation instead of 0, then calculation will be like this. Slope is equal to 4 minus 2 divided by 2 minus 1, which is equal to 2 divided by 1, that is equal to 2 meter per second. Now at a time 3 seconds, directly let us find slope. 6 minus 0 divided by 3 minus 0, which is equal to 6 divided by 3, that is equal to 2 meter per second. So velocity at a time 3 seconds is equal to 2 meter per second. Now to draw velocity time graph, first let us make a table with values. Table we can draw like this. On x-axis we have the values of time 1, 2, 3. And on y-axis we have the values 2, 2 and 2 meter per second. Then draw x-axis and y-axis, then mark the values on it. Now mark the values on the graph. At 1 seconds velocity is equal to 2 meter per second, at 2 seconds velocity is equal to 2 meter per second, and at 3 seconds too velocity is equal to 2 meter per second. Now join these dots We will get a straight line parallel to x-axis, so body is moving with a uniform velocity. If you understand this question properly, then you can do all the numericals of this exercise easily. Still, let us do two more questions from this part. Now let us do question number 4 of exercise 2b. Question number 4. Figure shows the displacement of a body at different times. A part, calculate the velocity of the body as it moves from time interval number 1 0 to 5, number 2 5 to 7 seconds, and number 3 7 seconds to 9 seconds. We can see here graph is displacement time graph. So finding velocity from displacement time graph, we need to find slope, as we have already studied. So in first part 0 to 5 seconds, slope is equal to 3 minus 0 divided by 5 minus 0, which is equal to 3 by 5, which is equal to 0.6 meter per second. As we have already studied in the previous question how to find slope, I am not explaining it again. Now the second part, 5 to 7 seconds. Please note here, to find slope, first point is 7 and the second point is 5. So slope is 3 minus 3 divided by 7 minus 5, which is equal to 0 divided by 2, which is equal to 0 meter per second. And the third question, 7 seconds to 9 seconds, slope is equal to 7 minus 3 divided by 9 minus 7, which is equal to 4 divided by 2, which is equal to 2 meter per second. Students, all those who did not understand how to find slope, please watch the question number 1 again. Now let us do B part. Calculate the average velocity during the time interval 5 seconds to 9 seconds. We know the formula for average velocity is equal to total displacement divided by total time. We should remember it is not the total average velocity, just the average velocity of interval 5 to 9 seconds. So we have to find the total displacement from 5 to 9 seconds. So average velocity is equal to 7 minus 3 divided by 9 minus 5, which is equal to 4 divided by 4, that is equal to 1 meter per second. Finally, let us do question number 10 of exercise 2b. I have taken this question because here we will get to know how to find out area from a graph. We have already studied about slope. So just we have to study about how to find area. That's why I have taken this question number 10. Question number 10. The velocity time graph of a moving body is given below. Number 1. Find acceleration in part AB, BC and CD. Remember, from velocity time graph, acceleration we can find by finding the slope and displacement by finding area. So first part is to find acceleration. Acceleration in part AB, that is equal to slope of AB, which is equal to 30 minus 0 divided by 4 minus 0, which is equal to 30 by 4, which is equal to 7.5 meter per second square. Now acceleration in part BC, slope of BC, which is equal to 30 minus 30 divided by 8 minus 4, which is equal to 0 divided by 4 is equal to 0 meter per second square. And acceleration in part CD, slope of CD, which is equal to 0 minus 30 divided by 10 minus 8, which is equal to minus 30 divided by 2, which is equal to minus 15 meter per second square. So it is retardation. Now part second, displacement in each part AB, BC and CD. Please listen very carefully. Remember, to find displacement from graph, we need to find area of the graph. First displacement in AB, that is equal to area of AB. Please look in the graph, AB appears to be like a triangle. So we have to find area using the formula of a triangle. So area of AB is equal to area of triangle, which is equal to half into base into height. Here base is given as 4 minus 0, which is equal to 4, and height is given as 30 minus 0, which is equal to 30. So substituting all the values in the formula, 1 by 2 into 4 into 30, which is equal to 2 into 30 is equal to 60 meter. Now displacement in BC, which is area of BC. BC looks like a rectangle. So area of BC is equal to area of rectangle, and we know the formula of area of rectangle, length into breadth. Length is equal to 30 minus 0, which is equal to 30. Breadth is equal to 8 minus 4, which is equal to 4. So L into B is equal to 30 into 4, which is equal to 120 meter. And final displacement of CD, which is equal to area of CD, which is equal to area of triangle. So that is equal to 1 by 2 into base into height. Here base is 10 minus 8, which is equal to 2, and height is 30 minus 0, which is equal to 30. So 1 by 2 into 2 into 30, which is equal to 30 meter. Now final part, total displacement. Total displacement is equal to AB plus BC plus CD, already found in the previous part. So just substitute the value 60 plus 120 plus 30, that is equal to 210 meter. So that is the end of today's class. Please do practice all the numerical questions in the exercise part and also all the solved examples. Be happy with the little you have. There are some people with nothing who still manage to smile. With this thought, let us wind up. Thank you. Have a great day. May God bless you all.